Last December, after exams were finished and most students were out celebrating the holidays, Judith Woodsworth was fired by the Board of Governors. And though she was only 2.5 years into her 5-year term, she was given a $700,000 severance package. Outraged students and student leaders spoke to CUTV about their concerns.
The new school year at Concordia starts with a twist. Concordia's faculty and student representatives want some answers and some changes. Transparency, accountability, and public consent in the way the board makes its decisions. But students aren't really bothered by Woodsworth's exit. But they aren't happy about the severance package. Daniel Kilback just graduated from Concordia last semester with a Bachelor of Arts in Human Environment. He's currently working on projects with Sustainable Concordia.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of ridiculous that she gets paid almost $1 million for getting fired when they're increasing tuition on campus for everyone.
Woodsworth left with over $700,000. The severance was part of her contract, but she isn't the only one. In 2007, former President Claude Lajeunesse, under similar circumstances, was given $1 million.
But I think the severance package in particular is what people take issue with. You know, you'll have some say, oh, you know, it was just part of the contract. It's the best deal Concordia possibly could have gotten. I don't buy it.
Aaron Green is the president of the Arts and Science Federation of Associations. The association represents at least 2/3 of Concordia's undergraduates. Green, like most, isn't pleased with the severance package either.
Right. I think it's extortionate and that we should rethink how we hire and fire presidents, because that's public money and it should be spent otherwise. And I feel a lot of students are with me when I say that.
Rising tuition fees are a concern for all students, but especially international students. Laura Beach is a student. She's currently doing a double major in anthropology and geography. She is also the Sustainable Ambassador Program Coordinator at Sustainable Concordia.
Tuition increase. I think that would be even better. If we could put a freeze on tuition increase and use some of this money to go towards international students who have had their fees hiked, almost doubled over the past couple years, and if we could use some of that money towards student initiatives on campus.
New reports say that current Student Union President Heather Lucas and 3 other representatives had already lost confidence in Woodsworth. Lucas says that students weren't so fond of the former president. When it came to issues that mattered the most to students, Woodsworth couldn't deliver.
Yes, I think she was not liked among students. We had the issue with tuition. She wanted to increase tuition and adopt the American structure of tuition. And, you know, students have a hard time paying their tuition as is. So that was a big factor. And with the signing of the exclusivity contract back a couple months ago, we felt that wasn't helping us in our mission to get rid of bottled water on campus. So we just felt that we didn't have the confidence for her to do that.
It was 2 strikes rather than 3 that pushed the student representatives to approach the board. The CSU was upset to learn that Concordia will renew its contract with PepsiCo after a campaign to remove bottled waters on campus. And back in August of 2010, Woodsworth publicly supported an increase in tuition fees while at the National Assembly's Committee on Culture and Education in Quebec. So what's missing? Financial assistance for students and student association, Green says.
Well, student bursaries for one. There's a lot of students that are saying that they can no longer continue studies at the university because they can't afford it. And that's just the reality of where we are today.
He says that clubs and associations' funding were cut by 10%. The university also decided to cut on student services. Lucas says that the consequences of these cuts are noticeable.
You know, the university has said that they've cut back on their student services, and I think that's a problem. That's a problem. I mean, look at the shuttle buses. The time wait is almost half an hour now for that, and it's because it's budget cuts, and that's unfortunate because now people have a hard time getting to and from Loyola and downtown.
But for other students, other means aren't being met.
I know that $700,000 could definitely pay for a lot of professors' salaries, could definitely help start up a lot of programs on campuses, new initiatives in problem-based service learning, new initiatives for student space. It could do a lot of good on campus and in the campus community.
Space is a wish for most students, like engineer student Darmin Patel.
They say the EV building is for engineers, but a lot of times when you go there, all you see is arts going on there. And there's a lot of empty spaces in that building, a lot, and there's not enough tables where you can sit down and study. There's just open spaces there near building. It could be the engineering building, but they need to put more area where we can sit down and study or hang around.
For now, the CSU is hoping that motions passed last Thursday will change the way the board of directors makes its decisions. As for the tuition fees, Concordia students will have to wait and see. For CUTV, I'm Françoise Macanda.